Good morning. D-Rock here from You First Outdoors. Today I'm at Quail Creek and I think I'm going to try for some trout. So there's trout, there's largemouth bass in here, and I'm going to start the day off trying some trolling, trying some jigging, see if I can dig up a trout or two. Then I'll switch to bass, hopefully, right at the tail end of winter here, early March, first week of March, so maybe too early for the bass, but you never know. You never know. So, that being said, let's go find some fish. So I was chatting with a couple guys. I'm not really familiar fishing this reservoir here, but some of the guys that were fishing for shoreline said they had already been catching trout this morning, 1 pounders or so. And then I talked with some other guys that were about to launch their boat. They were using downriggers and they were going to go really deep, so that's what they said where the large ones were, deep. I don't have downriggers, so I think first, like I said, I'm going to start trolling, and I'm going to try rattle trap. Try this off the bat, and I'm going to go maybe 100 yards offshore and see how deep we can get there, but hopefully we can pick something up that way. So it has been a long winter. I am ready to start catching some fish. I did go out a few times at Sand Hollow and I got skunked. I went to Lake Powell right at the beginning of February. Got skunked too, so I'm ready to catch a fish, man. So today is the day. I think. I feel it. Feel good. Feel like it's going to happen. All right, so the water temp here is right at 48 degrees. So maybe we'll see 50 as it warms up today. Speaking of warm, it's supposed to get up to 70 degrees today, so that's exciting. All right, we're ready. All right, I'm about 100 yards offshore and in about 25 feet of water, so I'm gonna try trolling this here. Okay, no luck trolling. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try fishing, jigging the bottom for some bass. Well, so far I've been doing a little bit of trolling, shoreline, and then some jigging as well, and I've had no luck. Day is still young though. Day is still young. I did come up in the shallows and was just kind of about 10 feet of water just looking at the bottom, and I did spot a pretty sizable bass, but it got lost as soon as it saw me, so I couldn't get a whack at it, but kind of getting to know the shoreline for when the spawn starts. Okay, I'm going to go out to 40, 50 feet and drop down some power bait, see if I can stir up a trout that way and maybe do slow drift just in that depth of water, get it close to the bottom and see what happens. Alright, I'm in about 60 feet of water and I'm just going to try some chartreuse power bait balls and see if we can dig something. Okay, no action so far. The morning's almost over. It's almost noon, so where are the fish? So I'm going to move around a little bit and try doing some more jigging and some more trolling. Hopefully we can dig one out. Back to trolling. about 30 feet of water. Water temperature is now at 50 degrees. So I'm trolling for trout. I'm using a rattle trap. So far, no luck. I have had a bass hit a rattle trap before, so that's not out of the question, but probably not likely. So I'm going to work this shoreline a little bit, then go back to jigging and probably go back to using some bait as well. Nothing happening. Fish on. Fish on. Oh yeah. It's a trout. All right. First fish in 2018. Nice rainbow right here in Quail Creek. That's awesome bait. All right, finally some action. Okay, so I'm getting my bait taken. I got a little small number 8 hook on, but I'm gonna switch to a little treble hook. We'll get them now. So I'm just sinking that treble hook into that ball of bait. Like that. Fish on. Fish on. Treble hook worked. All right. Nice. All right. Nice little rainbow. Well, I didn't get skunked. Got those 2 trout, and then it kind of slowed down again. I moved over to the southern part of the reservoir, and see if we can get some action over here. I'm still using the bait, but the water temperature's up to fluctuating between 52 and 53 degrees. So I may want to start casting for some bass again up against the rocks here. I'll give this a few more minutes with the bait and switch over. I'll just drop the rod and keep it in the water and cast anyway. So we'll see. Okay, so I got a little 2-pole action going on. I got a bait right here for trout, and then I'm pitching curly tail grub towards the rocks here. That will rouse up a bass. All right, move around a little bit. I'm going to try trolling pretty close to this shoreline here for a minute or two, see if anything happens that way. Then I'll go back to dropping the bait again. And I'm going to troll with this rattle trap here, so let's see what happens. Well, so far I've been trolling with the rattle trap. I've been pitching SKUNKEDs and curly-tail grubs and slow retrieving from the bottom. None of those methods worked. The only thing that's proven success today was getting on the bottom, just off the bottom, with some Powerball bait. Nothing yet. I'm going to troll right around up to this point here. Right over here. And that's where I got into the trout a little while ago, so I'll stop there and drop some bait again, see if I can pick up another trout. Alright, I'm switching to another SKUNKED style bait here. I've just been using straight pumpkin, but I'm going to switch to the watermelon pearl laminate. See if that has a reaction. On the move again. I'm going to try over here. All right. I think I'm gonna wrap it. Day's getting a little short now, and it was some pretty slow fishing out here today. Luckily, I got into some trout there for a second. 2. I'll take them, man. That was quite the surprise. I was coming out here thinking I probably wouldn't catch anything just because that's the slump I've been in, but hey, you know, those trout definitely perked me up. So the boat landing's right over here. I went back more of the north and fished that area all morning, trolling, casting jigs, and trying bait, and I didn't have any luck. And then right after noon, I came around here and tried some bait in this little covish, and got a couple trout right off the bat. So that was really cool. And then the rest of the day here, I've just kind of worked back and forth using bait, trolling, and then dropping jigs and SKUNKEDs, and nothing. So that's the way it rolls. It's late winter here, right on the tail end of winter in southern Utah. And except today was the first day we hit 70 degrees, so the water temps should be coming back up, and here at Quail, and I presume at Quail, and over at Sand Hollow, another 2 weeks or so, the bass fishing ought to start coming up. So keep at it, you know. Here's a look at everything I used today. I did the Gary Yamamoto SKUNKED 5-inch, and that was green pumpkin magic. No luck with that. I did the Yum SKUNKED or Dinger watermelon pearl laminate, and it was 5 inches as well. No luck with that. I tried the pumpkin curly tail, jigging that. No luck. Tried trolling with the rattle trap. No luck. The only thing that worked was the old chartreuse power bait. Old nuggets there. Hey, something worked. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Stay on top of the adventures with us. That was Quail Creek. I'm definitely coming back out here. I'm looking forward to when the water temps get a little higher and these bass start moving around. So I'm definitely anticipating some good fishing out here this summer. As always, stay safe out there. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. D-Rock out.